Hey there, it's Irene again, your friendly guitar teacher. I'm going to give you your next lesson today, but I do want to say you don't have to do this quickly. In fact, it'd probably be of benefit for you to work on the first video, the bits in the first video for a little while, even a few days or a week. When I give guitar lessons, I usually do once a week. And that week gives people enough time to go home and work on the things that we've learned. So you're a little bit more prepared the next time around. So take your time, and when you're ready, then this is the second of the series. And today we're going to work on our hit song, Skip to My Lou. But before we do that, let's go back to working on switching, transitioning between D and A. So we're going to review just going from D to A, and then we're going to go the other way, and then we'll work a little bit on the song. So for those of you who are starting on this particular lesson first, there is a link on my YouTube video, a link below to where you can find the sheets that you can print out and we can work along with together. So Skip to My Lou is there. Anyway, let's go back to teaching or working on going between D and A. So remember last time we learned to count very slowly and strum together. That's what we're going to do again. So the first thing you need to do is find your D again. Do that. And when you're ready, I'm going to count to 4, and we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to strum 8 times, and then we're going to switch to A, right? Okay, so if you've been working on this, you might have gotten a little better at keeping this arm going, but I'll say again, that's one of the main things here so that your playing becomes smooth and consistent over time. Okay, so we're going to take D, strum D 8 times, and then go to A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then go to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, now do that a few times if you need to. I said good as if I could see you, but of course I can't. But this time we're going to work on going from A back to D. Now that one's a little trickier. Remember with D, we tried sliding the third finger down and then going to A that way. Some of you may find you don't need to do that, and that's fine. Actually, the ideal is to take all the fingers off and land them all together, but that takes time. But when you're going from A back to D, we'll use the same method. And like I said before, if it works for you, if it helps you, use it. If it doesn't, just do it your own way. So that means when we're playing A, we're going to take the first and second finger off, and we're going to slide the third finger up to the 3rd fret, and then we're going to put the first and second finger back on again to find D. And D, as I said, is a trickier shape for your fingers to remember. A is a little easier because they're all lined up. So don't feel stupid if you can't find D as quickly as you can find A. That is what happens to most people. Okay, so now we're at A. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to count to 4 and then strum 8 times and then go back to D. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to D. Keep strumming. Keep strumming. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how'd you do? Okay, we'll try it again. So we're going to go back to A. I'll give you a minute to find A. And then we'll do the same thing, exactly the same thing. Okay, pause the video if you need to. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to D. Keep strumming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do want to emphasize that even if you're kind of trying to find the D, putting some fingers on, or even if it sounds crappy, just keep strumming. It'll sound like that for a while until you get more comfortable with it. We're going to do it one last time. I don't know, did I say that last time? Anyway, we're going to do it once more. Here we go. We're in A. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to D. Keep strumming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you can, of course, go off and just practice doing that for a little while, just so you get a little better at it. And now we're going to take a look at the song Skip to My Lou. So if you have printed this out, great. You might have to practice along with it on your screen, on your computer screen. And I will try to put up the chords as we're doing it, just so you can see when we're changing. But what I want to do first is sort of explain how this works. You'll notice the top line has these little lines, and then a D, another line, and a D. In between each line, that's a bar or a measure. And if you remember last time, we talked about what that means. Basically, it's 4 strums. So the first D, there's 4 strums, and the second D, there's 4 strums. Now, it looks a little longer here, but that's just because there's more lyrics. So that's why it's longer. Okay, and then you look at the next line, and we've got A, right? Hey, we know that chord. So A, 4 strums, and then another A, 4 strums. So essentially what we're doing here in the first 2 lines is what we were just practicing in the last video, going 8 strums of D, and then 8 strums of A. The third line, we go back to D again for 8 strums. But the fourth line, when we go to A, we only do it for 4 strums. Again, it's a little longer because I've got more lyrics in here. And then we go back to D. So that means in this line, we've only got 4 strums before we have to change again. It's a little quicker that way. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is just the first 2 lines of the first verse. So that's exactly what we've been doing already. So let's go back to D and we'll try that out, okay? And if you've got the song printed out, great, you can follow along. Okay, so we're going to strum 8 strums of D and 8 strums of A, and that's the first 2 lines. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the last 2 lines of the first verse. So we're back to D for 8 strums. Now notice I'm counting in groups of 4 now because that's actually more accurate. So we're going to do the third line, and then we're going to try to do the fourth line. So the third line is just 8 strums of D. The fourth line is only 4 strums of A before we come back to D again. Okay, so let's do that together. So we're on the third line, strumming D 8 times. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then we go to A for just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you might have to just break it down and do that last line alone a few times just to get more comfortable with how quick the switch is. But now what we're going to do is we are going to do that whole verse. I'm not singing it yet, you'll notice, because to tell you the truth, lots of times when I start singing, and I know it's not me, it messes people up because you're hearing something else in the mix, and that can be a little confusing. So right now we're just going to play the chords, and then when we do it again, I'll sing along with it. Okay, so here we go, the beginning of the verse. So we're at D. I'm just waiting for you. Everybody got it? I think so. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. That was a mistake. I was too high. See, even I make mistakes. That's a good thing. That should make you more comfortable with me, right? Okay, so here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now we're at the second line. A, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now we're back to D again, the third line. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then the fourth line is just 4 strums of A, 2, 3, 4, and back to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was a whole verse. And actually in this song, every verse is the same as far as the chords go, just different lyrics. So what we're going to do this time is I'm going to sing that first verse. I'll sing it softly, but you'll get used to how everything fits. And if you get a little more comfortable with it, you might want to sing with it too, especially those of you who want to learn to sing and play at the same time, which I know a lot of you do. Okay, so I'm going to sing it. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Lou, skip to my Lou, then A. Lou, skip to my Lou, then back to D. Lou, skip to my Lou, then A. Skip to my Lou, and then back to D. My darling. A lot of people, when they do that last word, darling, they just kind of stop there, but you still want to do that last upstroke. Okay. Now you might want to go away and try just that verse on your own for a little bit first, but I'm going to move ahead now, and I'm going to actually play the whole song. So try it with me if you feel ready, but if you're not ready, just go back and work on that one verse until you think you're ready. Okay, so from the beginning, I'll count us in. 2, 3, 4. Lou, skip to my Lou, then A. Lou, skip to my Lou, back to D. Lou, skip to my Lou, then A. Skip to my Lou, back to D. My darling. So we'll keep going. We're still on D. Lost my partner. What'll I do? Then A. Lost my partner. What'll I do? skip to my Lou, my D darling. How you doing? Let's keep going. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, then A, Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, then back to D, Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, then A, skip to my Lou, my darling. Okay, we'll keep going. I'll find another one prettier than you. I don't think so. I'll find another one prettier than you. Then back to D. I'll find another one prettier than you. A, skip to my Lou, my D darling. Okay, last verse. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, then A, Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, 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 skip to my Lou, and A, skip to my Lou, my darling. Ta-da! Your first song. It's a good idea to review things a few times before you try to play through this whole song. But when you're ready, try it and then try it again. Try singing with it if you're comfortable doing that. It's a little high. But next time we are going to work on another chord and another, well, not a strum pattern. I'm going to introduce a strum pattern to you, but right now, for the most part, we're going to stick to just strumming down and up. So practice, practice, practice. You've got to keep doing it. Teach your fingers how to get used to the shapes. You may be noticing already that they're starting to kind of find their way. Oddly enough, when you think about it, sometimes that messes you up. It's not a thinking thing. It's more of a doing thing. And as your fingers develop that muscle memory, they're going to find their own way without any help from you. So let's leave it at that for today or for this lesson. And I'll meet you next time right here. Bye for now.